AMC stuff. So I'm probably live on Twitch, on YouTube, and on TikTok, really just to go over a couple of things. I had a lot of work to do, so things got a little bit stressed out, but I think we're pretty much good. Let me go ahead and check YouTube to see what's happening here and change the thumbnail and all that other type of stuff, because that's what you have to do sometimes. And by sometimes, I mean all the time. Yeah, how did everybody's day go? There you go, good. We got 7 people in here, 2 likes. Hello, we have 37 people in here now, 6 likes. Thank you for joining. 0 people on TikTok. You're the first like. Thank you for hitting that like button. As soon as you get in here, hit that like button. That helps me out a ton. I love it. You gotta love it. Let me go ahead and fix the details here so everybody can see some sort of thumbnail, something at least. We should move tomorrow. Yeah, I mean, the day did go as expected. I thought that, you know, it was a green day, but it was a solid green day. It was something that wasn't crazy movement. We haven't really seen a break today until pretty much in the after hours market. That's really all that we've seen when it came to that break. I made a couple of moves with Rocket that I wanted to get into in a little bit, but yeah, the day went as expected. I mean, GME pretty much was flat, right? You know, it opened, or it closed, I guess, the day before at $2 or $206, and now we're sitting at $209. So we're sitting in a good spot. It's not a bad spot. AMC is it closed at 13.56, which is above where it was. I'm happy with that. I said if we do see something positive, you know, we can get to 14. We got halfway there. I guess halfway, not really halfway there, but halfway, you know, to that dollar mark. So yeah, I think it was good. I think tomorrow's going to go really well. I think Friday's going to go really well. I think with the fact that people are getting their stimulus checks in their accounts and they're going to be able to deposit them soon is definitely a good deal. That's going to get us a lot of movement. But yeah, I could tell you that I made some moves today. I would have loved to have more than 25K in this account, because then I would have made a ton of more moves. It looks like Zom made a little bit of a recovery from where it was, so you could have gained like 20 cents on the money that you put in there. So you could have gained a lot of money out of that, which is not bad. It's not a bad increase. And it really happened over the whole entire day. I mean, it took a while for it to get back up to where it was, so it wasn't something that completely collapsed. That's good to see that. But we had a lot of things that ended up being kind of green after starting out, you know, red. Really red. I don't think I checked what Twitch is doing. Let's go to creator dashboard, see who's on this platform. We got one person viewing over there. Hey, how's it going? First on Twitch. I hope you're doing good. Yes, I'm doing well. I'm definitely doing well. I think with the thought of lowering my cost average, which I'm really happy about with Rocket, it felt really good. Now, I got into a situation where I have to basically, instead of do a day trade to get out of it, to scalp it, I now have to do more of a swing trade in order to scalp it. But, you know, that happens, especially when you have less than 3 trades. Should I buy Zom? I think Zom is a long-term play. I don't think it's bad. My overall strategy was different than, you know what the strategy ended up turning into, and I wanted to stick to my strategy. That's why I got out of Zom with an $80 profit, and it did drop down. So getting back in there at $2 would have been great. You could have gained a 25-cent profit. And if you bought 1,000 shares, I mean, that's $250, right? So pretty good. What do I think about quadruple witching on Friday for AMC? Like I said, I mean, I hear it's supposed to pump a lot of volume into AMC, but I want to take everything I hear with a grain of salt. I understand that it could pump a lot of volume into AMC. So could people, so could 2 million Tuesday from what they said in the past. So I don't like to sit here and think about things as, oh, well, this is going to be the biggest push that we ever see. I think with a combination of probably that, the stimulus checks, the fact that I think hedge funds are going to try and they might do some manipulation, or if they buy back some things, like if they end up covering their shorts, then yes, you're going to see that price increase a crazy amount. And I still stand by getting to $15 this week, and if tomorrow goes well, we can really push $20, which would be amazing for a lot of people, especially me, because that's literally my price target. But I'll set my stop loss in Fidelity, and if it ends up pulling back to my stop loss, it'll knock out a lot of shares, hold in some of the shares. But I want to be able to move a lot of that money over to Fidelity or over to Webull, because Webull is where I want to do a lot of my day trading, scalping, swing trading, all of that stuff. Anything else that's in Fidelity will be considered, extra money, and that's where a lot of my AMC shares will be held as well. I'll still hold probably like 300 AMC shares after that, maybe even 500. I'm not 100% sure. But if it ends up getting to the point to where it looks like it's going to skyrocket, then obviously I'll hold on a little bit longer. But there's going to be a lot of profit made, and hopefully we can find some really good movement there. So it'll dip tomorrow. I don't think it'll dip tomorrow. Or you're talking about Zom? I bought 400 shares of Zom this AM. Word on the street is it'll be at $3 by 3:30. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that. I mean, I would imagine that it's going to be at $3. I think you're going to have those ups and downs, but I think it may be a long-term play depending how Trueforma actually plays out. But yeah, I would agree with you that there's a possibility that you could see $3 easily by 3:30. It should have been to a point to where it doubled well before 3:30. That's what I was looking for, but it didn't end up getting to that point. It looks like it's freezing. Looks like my connection's freezing for some reason. It says I have excellent connection, but it's showing that it's freezing. Let me know if it really looks, it's not playing at the moment. From what I see, it looks like it's not playing. Let me know if you're having any issues. Yeah, it's freezing. It says excellent connection, but then it's doing the buffering symbol. That's fine. Big catalyst on Zom, March 31st. It's March 30th. Well, I guess 31st now. It doesn't really matter when it's released because it was already released. But yeah, I think if we can see Zom end up taking a little bit of a dip, then I'll get back in. I wanted to focus on Rocket. If you haven't noticed, with Rocket, I lowered my cost average. So you probably can't see this over here. Let's make this bigger. So yeah, right here you'll be able to see it now in the middle of the screen. I lowered my cost average to $28.63. It was at $31, and before that it was at $33. So now I was able to lower basically another $3, and only putting in 30 shares. I'm forced to do more of a swing trade here instead of doing a short-term trade, because I only have 3 trades. I only had 3 trades. So my account over here, you can see that I don't have any day trades left. I had 3 today. I ended up using them, and I'll go through that stuff. So I have some orders. Let's go back to the stocks, and let's see what the orders are. So I can break these orders down a little bit. So here we go. Where's it at? All right, so basically I took 30 shares. I wanted to take 30 shares, and you'll see it at the bottom here. I wanted to take 30 shares and be able to average down. Now, there was one situation where I averaged down, and it ended up selling me or buying me in a limit order, and I got kind of pissed. But I set a limit of $24.70, and I don't know why it did that, because I definitely set a market order. But then I ended up getting out a little late while it was coming back. It should have been selling at 55 cents. So I bought in, sold at basically 1 cent above where I was. Then I did it again. I bought in basically at the same point, 24.72 in order to drive that price up to 24.86 in 30 shares, sold those 30 shares, then bought back in at 24.72 again and sold at 24.88 in order to lower that cost average some more. And then now I just bought in at 24.51, and I'm holding right now overnight in order to sell that in the morning or sometime tomorrow in order to secure that little bit of profit to lower that cost average, and then I'll do the same thing again. So yeah, I'm looking to basically keep lowering that cost average. This is Webull. So if you're wondering what platform this is the Webull platform. If you go in the description, there's a link in there. You can click the link, sign up, deposit $100, and you'll get free stocks. I forgot to open my free stocks today, so I got 10 free stocks today, mainly ADT. So ADT is making a comeback. Is RKT involved in space? No, it's Rocket Mortgage. Hello, everybody on TikTok. Remember me, the person who bought AMC at $14.03? Yes, it's back to $14. Yeah. Is it back to $14 right now? I didn't even check it. It is back to $14. So we're making quite a bit of move in the after hours market. This is what I wanted to see. This is exactly what everybody wanted to see here. We're making some big moves right now. Yeah, I bet you are happy. You didn't get a chance to lower your cost average at all. I'm guessing you still hold at 1403. What's up with AMC? AMC's doing something big right now. It's up to $14.10 at the moment. GME is not really moving as much. It's up 0.18%, up to $210, which I still hold two shares of it at $240. So it did jump up to, I believe, $230 today, right? Yeah, $231 is the highest, which I was excited about. I thought it was going to continue on the way up, but it ended up, tapering off a little bit. But AMC is making some moves right now. It could close in the after hours market at $15 if it wanted to. No, I did not lower my cost average. Yeah, it's always good to be able to. It's so cool how you predicted this. Yeah, I mean, I try to predict as many things as possible, but I'll tell everybody that this is a stock that's very hard to predict. AMC is extremely hard to predict, but I know from the movement, I can tell you where I think it's going to go, and it has a possibility of getting to that point. So I try. What are your expectations on where AMC will go this week? Like I said, I truly believe that they can get to $20 soon, very soon, possibly this week, if not in the beginning of next week. But I know we're going to hit $15 this week. There's probably going to be a point to where hedge funds end up, bringing us down, because even today it was not that down day that we thought it was going to be, because the pre-market showed that it was going to be a down day. But I said in the beginning that we may see a hard reversal, because a lot of times you'll see this down day and people will get scared, but then all of a sudden you have this reversal where a lot of people are buying in, and right when the market opens you see nothing but green, and that's exactly what we've seen. So yeah, make sure you hit that like button everywhere you can, on TikTok, on YouTube, on Twitch, whatever you do on Twitch. Make sure you hit that like button. It all helps out the YouTube algorithm and whatever algorithm we're on. So yeah, I'm not going to stream for too long. I think just until 5 o'clock, so it shouldn't be too much. We have 122 people in here. If you can hit that like button, that would be phenomenal. Also, if you want to join my Discord group, the link is in the description. Matter of fact, let me pin the link. That would be great. How do you do that? You know what? I'll go to YouTube Studio. Oh, Trey's still live. I thought he wouldn't be live at the moment. No, he said he was going like 3-3. What do you think about trading 212 and is it worth it to start investing there? I'm from Europe. Trading 212, is that a platform? Is that like an investing platform? Because I'm not familiar with that. Trading 212. Go to analytics. See if this works. There we go. I think that pins. I don't know where that takes you. Let's see. That's where it takes you. All right, perfect. So yeah, my Discord is pinned. So if you want to check that out, then definitely go ahead and check it out. We have 149 people in here. Make sure you hit that like button. Also, you know, hit the subscribe button if you're interested in joining the Paper Hands group. We have, oh wow, we're at $14.10. This is going to be great. I think we're going to see some really good movement here. It's one of the most used platforms in the UK. Yeah, I've never used it since I'm from the US. I've never used it. I've used a ton of platforms over here. Trading 212 is a platform. Yeah, I'm not 100% familiar with it. Actually, I'm not even 1% familiar with it. But yeah, did the DTCC rule pass? Yes, we don't know when it's actually being implemented. So this is where we don't know when that's actually going to take place. So yeah, it's a little weird there. But GME is starting to make a little bit of a run here. That's good. We can see some positive movement up here. That's what I wanted to see. You know, down here at 204. Where did they stop at? They closed yesterday at 206, right? And being at 204, that made them down. So they closed at 209 up here. They almost closed lower, but they closed at 209, and now they're starting to really push up at 212. So that's good. You could see that positive movement there. But like I said, today I was focused on, I was looking at GME and I was like, should I get in and watch this jump up? But I didn't. I ended up sticking with Rocket and you know, trying to lower that cost average. And I ended up lowering the cost average a lot. You know, I was happy with where it went to because right now I have 250 shares, which I will take out 30 shares if it does finish, you know, above the 24.51 mark. That's where I bought in my last couple of shares at. So yeah, waiting for that. What a great movement. Yeah, we're seeing some great movement with GME and with AMC, both of them. Rocket had some pretty good movement that I was kind of excited about, you know, being able to get in at certain points, sell off at certain points, gain like 20 cents, 10 cents. I was happy with it, you know? It wasn't bad. How did everybody's day go? Did they, obviously, we only jumped up maybe like 50 cents. So, yeah, 54 cents. SNDL. What is SNDL doing? How did they pan out today? Let's see. Where are they at? They were up 2%, and now they're up almost another 2%. So let's see how the 10,000 foot view looks. So as you know, I drew this trend line a while ago just to see it end up following on trend. It's going to flow on this trend line. And you could see that during this point, it crossed over to where we were going to see that follow the trend line, if not increase above it. And now it took that decrease. But today you've seen a little bit of an increase. It's making its way back up to that trend line. Hopefully we can continue to move in that direction and get above $2 soon, because that'll be huge. We're not going to see these large pops that we did see. This was a pump and dump, and everything else is mainly going to follow the trend. SNDL has an earnings report. That's good. It doesn't always go the route you hope with earnings reports. Good gains for me. Thank you for saying happy birthday. My birthday's tomorrow, so thank you. Let's see what Twitch is saying. Are you playing Cold War? If not, no worries. I want to. I gotta see what I get into later. If I can record a video or record videos now for tomorrow, then yes. I may still be streaming tomorrow at like 6, but I might stop at like 7. So I'm not going to be here for the open. I just want to see how the market reacts and what I can do, any limit orders that I'm going to set, and always be aware. I'm probably going to be aware on my phone to see what Rocket is doing. But it's possible that I'll play Call of Duty today. I'll have to see. It's been tough to get on any game, which I love. I love just relaxing and gaming, but I can't get to it. Happy birthday. Thank you. Thank you. I know, Drew Brees is gone. Very sad. What's my opinion on Dogecoin? I haven't really looked into it a bunch, but I hear good things about it. I just haven't looked into it. I was never really a crypto fan. I started getting into crypto because I'm getting into NFTs a little bit, but I'm not really the biggest fan of crypto. I'm starting to grow on me a little bit, just a little bit though. Do I believe in pretiming.com? It does look interesting. Pretiming.com, what they predict to getting to $20 in the next like 5 days or so, or 10 days. Yeah, I mean, I would agree that it can get to that point. Will it follow the same trend? Probably not. You can see that it did fall off as of yesterday. So it wasn't something to where we were like, oh, okay, they're right in every case. No, it's hard to predict these stocks. I do believe in the fact that they have solid reasoning and analytics and data behind why it could get to those prices, but that's pretty much it. Retired, but we talk stocks. We could talk Drew Brees too. I mean, I'm sad about Drew Brees, so I'm very, very sad about it. I mean, he couldn't throw, so it makes sense why he would retire. I'm not saying he couldn't throw, like he's not accurate. He just can't throw over like 20 yards or 30 yards, so. Go watch Benjamin Cowan, TA Crypto. Highly recommend it. I'll check him out. Does he really break things down easily for crypto? I can't say I want to know where to buy certain crypto because I've already bought Ethereum. Is that how you say that? I already bought some of that in order to fund my crypto, my NFTs. Don't sell AMC. It will go to 20. Yeah, I guarantee it will go to 20. Word up, Matty P. AMC making a nice rebound today. Yeah, in the after hours market, it's making a pretty great move today. You know, up to that, it's starting to do the same thing it did before. You see how it's going back and forth, 13.56 to 13.95. So it's doing the same thing. It starts to fluctuate. It's a little weird. Thank you for sending likes on TikTok. You guys and gals are amazing. Yeah, AMC is doing it. I believe all the stocks start doing it for some odd reason. I don't know why. It happens with Webull, with Fidelity. I see it with every platform, so it's not just Webull. Shorts are covering, but the price doesn't seem to be reflecting it. No, I think it is reflecting it. We had we had not a down market because everything started to get positive, but we had about a break-even market. So the fact that we ended up increasing by 4% is something above what the average is. So that's what I would say. You know, Tesla 4%. Happy that they got up above $700, but then again, I'm not happy because I want to get in at Tesla at a low point for Tesla. We have 241 people in here. If you want to hit that like button, that helps me out. If you want to hit the dislike button, go ahead and do it. But I would like engagement. So hit that like or dislike button or comment in the chat. Will you get back into Zom? Yeah, I think I will get back into, I think it's Zom. I will get back into Zom if it does hit the right target. So for me, I think today would have been great, but I decided to go into Rocket Mortgage rather than, you know, go into Zom. I think Zomedica would have been amazing if I would have bought in at $2 and then sold at $2.25. I think that could have been good, but you can also ride it out for a longer term gain, to tell you the truth. It looks like Roblox took a little bit of a hit, not too much. It's up in the after hours market to $77. I still am iffy about Roblox and about MeetTech, the MeetTech 3D, because the IPOs, like, it's still new. Like, you can drive up that price, it's still brand new, and it's not something that I'm going to think of as, you know, a sell-off opportunity or a buy opportunity because of the fact that I don't know what they're all about, you know, in my opinion. We got 3 people on Twitch. I bought some MVIS at $15.61. I bought 10 shares. What price would you think is that good? That good go in next week. I'm thinking 20 by the end of the week. I don't know if it will hit 20 by the end of the week. It could possibly do that, but I don't think it could. I don't think it's going to hit 20 by the end of the week. This is going to be a long-term gain hold for me because obviously this was one of Carl's calls. So Carl is going to, you know, pick some stocks and then we're going to hold on to them for about a year and see where it does get to. I think that Microvision is huge and can definitely get up to that $25 mark easily and probably surpass it in the coming months. But to say it would get to $20 by the end of the week is not a huge stretch because it is at $17 and definitely can grow. But I don't know if it will happen. It's quite possible. Let's see. We have a couple of days. Yeah, I mean, it's quite possible. I'm not going to say it's impossible. You could see a great pre-market tomorrow, and then you could definitely get to $20 by the end of the week. Right now it sits at $17.44. It is going down in the after hours market. Just hopefully we see a pretty flat after hours market or increase to the after hours market, and then a great pre-market as well. And then you'll be set in the right direction. Mavis will hit $100 by Trey Raid. Why? Would you review the stocks GTC? Trey Raid. Why do people keep on putting that? Is that the same person? No, it's different people. Now we got 459 people in here. Make sure you hit that like button. What's the exit price for SNDL? Does anyone know? SNDL, I think could get up to $2 soon. It did get to a point to where it was at $1.89. It could easily get up to $2 soon. Followed this trend line here. I drew a trend line a while ago talking about how it follows the trend. If you did take out this overall pump and dump, it follows that trend line with also taking out some of these large decreases, we would be on the same trend line. And it got up to this point to where it was going to follow that and slowly move up to $2 to $2.50, but it can easily get to $2, can easily get to $2.50. It's just going to be more of a long-term play. So if it was me, I would get into an exit out at $2 because that's just what I'm thinking here. So we got 472 people in here. That's good. How many people we got over on Twitch? We got 3 people over on Twitch. We got 1 person over on TikTok. Thank you for sending likes. I appreciate that more than you know. Likes on any platform, just get me going. So since we have 400 people in here, we should have about 200 likes or 400 likes, whatever you want. Happy belated birthday. Thank you. It's not belated, but you're early. So if you don't know, this is something that I lowered my cost average on. So I lowered my cost average from $31 to $28 today, $28.63. I lowered it to, and I'm gonna plan on lowering it again on probably tomorrow. But I have to wait until tomorrow because I'm out of day trades at the moment. We are at 200 likes. Thank you for getting it to that point. Don't tell me what to do. I won't. This is all my opinion. Matt came from Trey channel. He speaks highly of you. Thank you. I appreciate the fact that he does speak highly of me. He's a great guy himself. I mean, I watch his videos from time to time. I can't watch all 7 hours of his video. I have to, work all the time. I would love to be able to stream that long. I need to check out Build-A-Bear. My present to you. Build-A-Bear. So Build-A-Bear has been growing, has this huge spike here, which kind of is just like a not normal, to where you do have this steady increase. It is a pretty good position. You can see that it does move. It does have a couple of times to where it does have ascending touch points here, ascending levels of support as it goes up. It looks like it has a trend of, shooting back down. Right now, we're at a point to where it may be close to a spot where you wanted to get in. Right now, it's actually that's actually tricky to look at. Let me look at 5 days because it's a little tricky to look at. How much movement are we seeing in one day? It's not a day trading opportunity with the lack of movement. I would say it looks like a solid swing trading opportunity. I've seen this in my chat like a number of times for Build-A-Bear. It looks pretty good. I'm not gonna complain about it. It just may be at a little bit of a high point for me, if I had to give my opinion. But yeah. But you can see the growth over a long period of time. The growth over not even a long period of time, from December, or even back then, from November, the end of November into the beginning of December, you could see the growth from there. It's huge, right? Minus this growth, which this was just ridiculous. This must have just been a pump and dump really quickly over one day, and the after hours market, you've seen that pump and that huge dump there. So I think it's good. I don't think it's bad. AMC just dropped to $13.89. Yeah, I mean, it's not something that you need to worry about. The fact that it did jump up, past the open highs, yeah, it's good. It's really good. Where we stand with AMC is in a good spot. If we can stay up at that $14 level for after hours market, it's going to be big for the market open and for the pre-market actually. Whew. So yeah, I love how true you are. It seems like you can only trust to love it and keep it. Let's go. Yeah, thank you for saying that. Thank you for watching over on Twitch. We got 3 people watching over on Twitch. Wait, what? Opens at 4 a.m.? Yeah. So when the market opens at 4 a.m., the pre-market opens at 4 a.m., we'll see what movement it is. Hopefully it's a gap up. That's what I'm hoping for. With all of the positivity that goes into this position, you can see the buyers and sellers look pretty equal for the after hours market. But let's look at AMC. AMC's at 1386. And just wait for this 4 a.m. I want to know where the after hours finishes. Let's look at one day where the after hours finishes, and hopefully we can see continuation of this positivity that we've seen over the after hours market. It closed at 1356, and you see it rise 2%. Hopefully 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10%. That would be amazing. Thoughts on check? Are you in check? Let's see. Oh man. Oh yeah, that's the one that drove up a crazy amount of price action, and people were like, oh, you know what, I'm gonna get into it right at the open. They got into it and a lot of people sold off. This looks like it's just a simple pump and dump. I mean, from $1.70, it may get right back down to $1.70. It might taper off because people are looking to buy into it because they think it's at a low, but I just think they pumped it and they just dumped it. That's what it's looking like, and it's not a solid dump here, and I struggle with saying all of that, but it's not a solid dump here. It's just it ends up being a really large sell-off. It ends up being a really large sell-off here, and then you see it start to flatten out, and that's because people are buying it up thinking that it's going to increase, that it hit a bottom, but I don't truly think that this is the bottom. Now, it may be possible that you'll see a lot of people get back into this, but I don't think you're seeing the same amount of volume that you've seen over this day, which, this wasn't a full day, over literally this one candlestick. And this is a 2-hour candlestick, but you're seeing 5.2 million shares and 18.4 million shares. And then you see 311 million shares go through at this moment in this 2-hour candlestick, which is huge, right? Should I lower my cost basis? I think you probably should to get any type of increase. Where did you buy in at? Oh, you're in at $2.60. That's going to be tough because I see that continuing to go down. It's hard to say. I don't want you to get upset with me, but I feel like this can continue to go down. It's more likely to continue to go down than it is to just have a large push up. And I'm not saying that you should go ahead and cut your losses. Do whatever you feel is best. Don't take my opinion and take it as advice, because it's merely just my opinion. So it's tough. We have 430 people on YouTube. Please hit that like button. Get it up to 250 likes. It'll be amazing. If you guys want to join my Discord group, the link is in the description. Actually, the link is pinned to the chat. Do you think Friday will make or break AMC? I don't think it'll do either of the two. I don't think it'll do any of it. It's going to be something that does give a lot of people hope for the future, I guess, a little bit, and also will provide a lot of price targets. So you might end up seeing a little bit of a sell-off if we get to $20, like I'm hoping we'll get to. I don't think it's a make or break. Because we still have a lot of people that are holding this position. We still have a lot of things that go against the hedge funds, that go with the retail traders. So it doesn't make or break anything. Obviously, if we see a large increase, then we'll see a large increase to where we'll probably see an influx of more people and more institutions and probably hedge funds as well in order to drive that price action up. So I don't think it makes or breaks anything. It will either be a really good increase or it'll probably stay flat. It won't even be something where it drops significantly. It'll be something that probably stays flat. What's your input on ASXC? A medical robotics company. I'm long in this, and it has the possibility to reach. Stop moving. These prices. See what those prices are. $724. It has the possibility of reaching $724 from $4. What makes you think it really has the possibility of reaching that price? I understand that they could be in that market and they could have the possibility of doing that, but there has to be a lot more. That's like saying a new electric vehicle company, because they're making electric vehicles, can now end up being the same hype as Tesla. But the problem is that Tesla is probably overpriced, but for the fact that people are buying into it, it's definitely a different situation for Tesla than it would be for a normal company. So let's look into this and look at the 10,000 foot view. You can definitely see some positivity here. You see a lot of buying power and the strength of coming back. So it wasn't just all buying power. The bad thing that I don't like to see here is it's not supported at this level. You don't really have any type of touch points here. As it goes down, you're pretty much stair stepping. The only part you actually have a touch point somewhere around this mark. No, it's not a solid touch point, but $5 mark or so. It may take a long time to get to that point if that's your expectation. I think that it's not falling down, but it did decrease to a level to where it can find consistent support and resistance, and that's over a number of days back from February 26th. So you had a number of weeks in order to figure out what the price is going to do. You did see a little bit of an increase, and then right away you've seen a decrease back to normal levels. So seeing this, just looking at the chart itself, it shows a little bit of potential for this growth, but it's showing that it is leveling off at this point. And leveling off means that it doesn't have the buying strength in order to push it up to that point. If you're talking about extremely long term, maybe like a year, 2 years, 3 years, then yeah, it could possibly have that potential. It's only $4. It doesn't hurt to get into it, but you also have to have a lot of variables go your way in order for you to get to that point. So trying to be realistic as best as I possibly can, this growth is amazing. No matter if it gets to $700 or not, this growth from basically 45 cents up to $7.22 is really good. These finds are really hard, to get into. But I think it does have potential. Like I said, the only thing is this level off really gets me. And as it continues to really, taper off a little bit, as it starts to, I gotta draw something. As it starts, nope, not horizontal line, trend line. As it starts to kind of flatten out a little bit, it starts to show where its actual strength is. It starts to show where its actual strength is, and you see the volatility as it starts to go, and it starts to really, really flatten out as it gets over a number of days, which means that it finds strength. It finds a number of support and resistance level very close together. So it's not something that's looking like it's going to skyrocket. But that could definitely turn. That can definitely be a false look on it. So I do see some long-term possibility with it. But do I see it up to $700, $724? Not at the moment. AMC. What's AMC doing? It's at 14.13. Is that someone said 14.13? Someone said it was at 14.13. I don't know why they said that. Let's look at the day. Oh wow, it did get up there, but it dropped down. The good thing is we're seeing these touch points. It means that the buying volume is pushing that up, in a very drastic way, a very dramatic way here. We're seeing that jump up and then test those levels, test 14, 14.10, 14.15. It's finding a way to continue to test these levels up here, and that's a great sign. It's a great and bad sign, meaning that it can't push past those levels, meaning that people are selling off at those points. But the fact that we are continuing to test those levels means that we have a lot of buying power, because on the same side, we could be testing levels down here, you know, at 1376, meaning that we're not going to push past that 1376 mark. So it's huge. GME is around 212. It's still hovering around that 212. I don't really like the fact that it is flattening out. I think I'm going to have to end this stream soon because I got to go pick up the kids. But, you know, 15 moving average is below the 200 EMA. We want to see that crossover and gain some sort of traction. It looks like Rocket is not really making a move. I want them to finish, you know, at like 26, hopefully in the pre-market tomorrow. They're at 26 because then I can sell the 30 shares that I have, lower that cost average again, and, you know, get in at a lower point, hopefully. Whew. Either way, I would be lowering the cost average, but I just need to sell higher. And then I need to figure out what the stock is doing, and then I can get into it some more. So let's look at Ride, because someone asked about Ride. I don't want to miss their super chat before I get out of here. So don't send any more super chats. I really want to talk about that. What car do I drive? I drive a 2020 Kia Sportage, I think. Yeah, 2020, yes. Gotta have the SUV, the dad's mobile. Luckily, it's not a van though. Anyways, would love an Audi R8, but this has a lot of volatility, which is really good. I love this for swing trades. If you're going to swing trade something, this is something that I would love to see, because you see the movement here, and the scale is pretty big. You know, from this $15 mark all the way up to $31, back down to 15, all the way up to 31. Back down to about 18, all the way up to 31. It looks like it tested at 31 multiple times. And then now it's starting to drop down. This looks really good to me. And I don't understand all of the details behind it, but getting in at that $15 mark, or, you know, $12 mark, or whatever dollar mark, is huge. I'm going to keep this on my radar because the movement here looks really good for a swing trade, in my opinion. Not anything for a long-term investment. This looks absolutely amazing. The dad's mobile. Yeah, this looks absolutely amazing here. So I would definitely see this as a buying opportunity. We just want to see where the absolute low is. Hopefully we don't have any of these false breaks. So these can show false breaks here, but this I would have thought was a massive increase. Maybe it was the down day that we did have that continued on the way down, and it derailed it. But we might be seeing a pretty good move with this in the coming, you know, months, maybe another month or so. How long did it take to get up to that point? So that was just last month. So last month, a little over a month ago, we see that we had a pretty substantial move all the way down. How long does it take to skyrocket up? It looks like this took a little bit longer. So for here, it's back in December. So it took a while to get all the way up to that point. And I would love to see it retest at 31. So I'm going to keep this on my radar because it does look like a great opportunity. Thank you for bringing this to me because I think this is going to be good. I love seeing stocks like this. I love seeing stocks just like this. Look at that volatility. That is amazing. That looks tasty right there. All right. Anyways, I got to get out of here. Make sure you hit that like button, guys. Hit the subscribe button if you're not subscribed already. Same thing on TikTok. But yeah, it's been added to my swing list as well. It looks pretty dang good at that point to grow 100% over a number of maybe like a month or so. I think that's going to be pretty dang good. But yeah, make sure that like button, hit the subscribe button. Check out some of the links down below. If you want to join my Discord group, the link is pinned to the chat. It's also in the description. And if you want this platform, it's Webull. It's the Webull 4 platform, Webull 4.8 platform. And it's really good. It shows you a lot of details that you wouldn't normally see with other platforms. But I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. Thank you everybody for showing up. Yes, it is my birthday tomorrow. I think I will be streaming tomorrow, so just for an hour or so. But yeah, that's it. I'm gonna get out of here and I'll catch you guys in the next stream or video.